What's going on, guys? I'm going to do a quick deck tech with my Ken Broadway. This is probably one of my favorite people to play in the game. I think he's extremely good. I usually run Vinny with him because if I have a lot of stops in my opening hand or just cards I don't really want to play, I like to Vinny to try to get my hand up right out the gate. Ken Broadway, his gimmick is once per turn roll, bury 4 cards in your hand, +2 to all your skills. His gimmick is really good, but you can't overuse it, and that's the key to having a really good game with Ken Broadway. You got to choose whether or not to use it defensively or offensively. Like if I know someone's about to hit a finish, and crowd meters like up there a little bit, I'll bury what I have to maybe to buy myself a little bit of time to get away from their finish, maybe get into one of my own or get some cards in my hand to stop their finish. So the first 3 I have: Snap Punch, Arm Collar Tie Up, and a Test of Strength. Obviously, Snap Punch and Arm Collar Tie Ups, that I put those in there for the drawing effect on those. I can stop something and keep my hand up a little bit. And I've got the Test of Strength in there. It gives a +1 to power. I can have that in there for my power. Brings it up to an 8. So I'll have a 2 8s, a 9, and a 10. It just helps me a little bit more for my gimmick to maybe get past what they have. All right, the next 3 I have is 4, 5, and 6. Snap Kick, Super Hip Toss, and Elevated Armbar. Those same concept with the other stops. I can stop something, a follow-up, and both of us draw one. Help keep my hand up after I play a card. All right. 7, 8, and 9. I have a forearm shot, a scoop slam, and a strength of numbers. And I run the shuffle 4 backs for later in the game. If my deck is pretty low, I like to shuffle back cards that are useful because I'm going to be drawing a lot, and I want cards to draw to use my gimmick. Strength of numbers, I have that in there because I like to bridge off into my finished grapple. It says when you use your gimmick on the previous turn roll, this card is also a follow-up. Draw 3 cards. So, start of the game, if I'm lucky and I have the cash flosion with the strength of numbers, use my gimmick, or not at the start of the game, but a little bit into it. Strength of numbers, after I use my gimmick, play that, and then I go straight into the cash flosion, follow-up grapple. I did have Call to the Crowd in there, but I don't use that because it raises the chances of getting elbow strikes hit on you. Next we have 10, 11, 12. Gut Shot, Arm Drag, and Rear Chin Lock. I like to usually, for my main concept in the deck with the 10, 11, 12s, and the 16, 17, 18s, I usually will use 2 for what I'm going for and 1 for a different kind of effect to give me options. So I have the +2 to my turn roll in there if I have a strike in play, and then I have draw 1 for each lead I have in play. I considered putting the, if you have a lead in play, draw 2, but I like to use these with Broadway just in case I do have a lot of cards out there. I like to have those cards in my hand, have the ability to draw more cards. Then we have 13, 14, and 15. I have a Running Lariat. I have a 10 strike, so it's pretty useful. And then the Takeover with the Table and the Takeover with the Steel Chain. Take 3 cards from your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck on those 2. Those help me keep the cards I want in my deck. And I mainly have those in there right now because with the with my 7, 8, and 9, I'm going to eventually, when I get the card, I don't have it right now, I'm going to put the strike version of the strength of numbers in there so that not only not only will I be able to bridge off into my cash flosion or really anything, I'll also have the drawing effect on there. Like if I have a low amount of cards in my hand, that's really good. Then we have 16, 17, and 18. I have the Flying Forearm Shot, the Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker, and the Sleeper Hold. This one I might change out the Sleeper Hold because I have these two drawing effects in there right now. Not only do they have the drawing effect, but they also stop Press Slam and Full Nelson, which is awesome. So if I can stop one of those and draw a lot of cards, or even one card, that's awesome. And then we have 19, 20, and 21, which is the Blindside Smash, the Panic Slam, and the Back Rake. I like to carry those because of the drawing effect on there too. Then I have 22, 23, and 24. I have Splash in the Corner, Flying Cutter, and Blindside Choke. I love those. I can just get back what I want, shuffle 2 and draw 2, which is drawing 2 for Broadway is always good. Keep that hand up. And I have the Blindside Choke in there to maybe bridge off into a finish real quick. Because if Strength in Numbers or the Strike one, I hit that, then hit this, and I can just go right into a finish the next turn. Because I'll have a +3 used and paired with his gimmick. That's a +5 if I really want to. And then we have 25, 26, and 27. Stop any for all three, and they have each player draws a card on there. I have these instead of, I don't like to, in this deck I necessarily don't want the other ones like Pele Kick where it stops a lead or a finish, and I get to draw one. Sure, I don't want my opponent to draw one, but I love having the option to stop any. Because if someone's throwing something at me, a follow-up that I don't want them to get off, I like to have the option in there if I don't have the other follow-up stops in my hand. Then we have the 3 finishes. I have the Currency Kick, the Cash Flosion, and the Sharpshooter. I love the Currency Kick. You got a lower hand, and you hit that, your hand's right back up there. Cash Flosion, amazing. And I got the Sharpshooter because, I mean, it's Sharpshooter. It's a really good card. All right, well, that's it for my deck tech. Hope you enjoyed it.